Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapring Chronicles. Today we have another Ratchet video for you. But like always, before we start, if you can give me a like or consider subscribing to this channel if you find this content interesting or helpful. Okay, today we have a Walden 3/8 ratchet, model number 4060. There's no USA on this, but this is definitely a USA ratchet. This one's a little bit on the rough side. It's a little bit worse for wear. You see some of the chrome is peeling off of the bottom here. And it has like mix match screws on this one. It's super coarse, a super coarse ratchet. Here's the profile. Here's the switch. There seems to be like a good amount of play in the switch here. It does work. It does switch the ratchet from open to close. And that's about it for that. Let's take a look inside and see what's going on with this ratchet. This screw I think is stripped out. I'm not sure if this is an original screw, but you see the tip is stripped out there. The screws, that screw seems pretty soft. And here's the other screw. This screw looks like a replacement screw that was replaced along the way sometime. Okay. Okay, the plate is pretty tight on there, so I'll just take a punch, put it against the plate, and get my little trusty Harbor Freight watchmaker's hammer and hit out the plate. Here's the plate. It's very thin. It's a very thin plate. Not much to say about it, except how thin it is. Here's the inside of the mechanism. And here's the gear. For some reason, Walden made these hollowed out gears. I don't know why, maybe to save money on metal. It's the only reason I can see why they would use they would hollow it out to this degree. Their gears. This, like I said, this ratchet's worse for wear. Some of the teeth I think are broken. Maybe one or two. Here's 1 and 2. See if we can focus in on that. It's strange because the gear, these teeth look kind of broken, but it's kind of weird because in between here we see this little ridge, and that doesn't look, maybe, I don't know, this could be, for all I know, this could be kind of soft because in between the teeth here there's like a little point of ridge, and I've never seen a tooth on a ratchet break like that or get smushed over like that. Very strange, and it goes all the way through. And the one next to it also has like a ridge on top of that tooth. And then there's another ridge on this tooth. Kind of odd. I don't know, but okay, here's the ball detent. Doesn't look particularly well placed or centered. Looks kind of small also. Okay, here's the inside of the mechanism. It has a pawl, and the pawl is kind of I don't know, a bat wing type paw, but this one looks like a V-wing there, and there's only one tooth on this paw. And for the most part, the teeth look pretty good on this paw. I don't see any damage, really. I mean, looks like the gear took all the damage. There's a ball and a spring underneath the paw. I'm not going to take it out because the switch has been peened over pretty good, and it's got a lot of play in it, like I said. So I'm just going to leave that well enough alone. Here's the inside of the mechanism, the cutouts. You can see how this was bored out. Kind of sloppy. You see one pass here, this pass where they bored it out, and then they bored out this circular bore out right here. Sorry if I'm not using the correct language for these procedures. You can see they dropped the bore in here, boom, and then they dropped this one, but this one went lower, and you can see there's a line there. There's a ridge, and you can see all the lines here on the side also from the procedure. So kind of rough, kind of a rough job. All in all, this Walden, they've had some pretty interesting mechanisms and designs, but it seems like a lot of their ratchets were kind of like roughly executed. This one in particular, you can see it's not up to like a high quality of like machining and metallurgy, possibly. I don't know. I never cranked down on this to see how much it would take, but from the look of the gear, looks, I don't know, pretty chewed up. Just take this and set it back in there. Like I said, this is very coarse. There's only 20 teeth on this gear, and this is what it looks like when it's ratcheting. That's the engagement. It's a pretty huge teeth, and it has the one tooth in the paw. So I don't know. For 3/8, a 3/8 ratchet, that's kind of iffy. I mean, just one tooth in the paw. I don't know. Probably needs more than that for a good, strong 3/8. But I guess it'll work. But not the strongest, probably. Okay, you take your plate. You drop that back on. Take your screws. Screw those back on. Okay, test it out. See if it's ratcheting. Yep. Yep, it's ratcheting. Okay, that's my teardown and review of the Walden 4060 3/8 ratchet. made in USA, but I guess some brands were not up to the greatest standards, even though they were made in the USA. And I guess this is an example of that. Okay guys, until next time.